Hello, my name is Kindson Munonye, and in this presentation we are going to continue with Perform Integrated Change Control. Previously on Project Integration Management, we discussed Monitor and Control project work, where the actual work of the project is compared against the planned value to see if there is needed changes. Today we are going to ask ourselves if there is changes that needs to be done. How can these changes be managed? How can these changes be incorporated into the overall project work? Perform Integrated Change Control is a process of reviewing all change requests, approving changes, and managing changes to deliverables, organizational process assets, project documents, project management plan, and communicating their disposition. Perform Integrated Change Control is conducted from project inception through completion, and it is the ultimate responsibility of the project manager. The project management plan, the updated scope statement, and other deliverables are maintained by carefully and continuously managing changes, either by rejecting changes or by approving changes, thereby assuring that only approved changes are incorporated into a revised baseline. Okay. Approved change requests can require new or revised cost estimates, activity sequences, schedule dates, resource requirements, and analysis of risk response alternatives. Configuration control is focused on the specification of both the deliverables and the processes, while change control is focused on identifying, documenting, and approving or rejecting changes to the project documents, deliverables, or baselines. Now we mentioned that we have configuration control and also change control. They are all aspects of integrated change control, and we are saying that configuration management activities included in Perform Integrated Change Control are configuration identification. That means identifying and selecting a configuration item to provide the basis for which the product configuration is defined, verified, and product and documents are labeled. We have configuration status accounting. Information is recorded and reported as to when appropriate data about configuration item should be provided. They will have configuration verification and audit. These ensure the composition of a project configuration items is correct and that corresponding changes are registered, assessed, approved, and tracked correctly and also implemented. So this is configuration management activities that falls under the Perform Integrated Change Control. I would like if you can spend some time on the screen, maybe pause the video and take some time to understand how it works. Take note, configuration management activities includes configuration identification, identifying a configuration item, configuration status accounting, recording and reporting configuration information, and configuration verification and audit. That has to do with ensuring that configuration items are correct and changes are well tracked. These are ITTOs of Perform Integrated Change Control, Project Management Plan, Work Performance Report, Change Requests, EEFs and OPAs. They will have expert judgment, meetings, change control tools, and output we have change log, approved change requests, updates to project management plans, and projects documents. Let's now take a closer look at these items. Before we look at these ITTOs, we want to outline the difference between change control and configuration control. Configuration control is focused on specification of both the deliverable and the processes. Change control is focused on identifying, documenting and approving or rejecting changes to the project documents, deliverables or baselines. Some of the configuration management activities included in Perform integrated change control processes are as follows: configuration identification, configuration status accounting, and configuration verification and audits. Inputs to Perform integrated change control is a project management plan, which includes other plans and baselines. So you have that changes are documented and updated within the project management plan as part of the change and configuration management process. Also take note that we have change management plan, an aspect of the project management plan, and it provides direction for managing the change control processes in the project. Okay, so this project management plan is a very important input to Perform integrated change control, and we do need the work performance reports as input to Perform integrated change control. The work performance reports of particular interest to this process include resource availability, schedule and cost data, and earned value measurement reports, burnup or burndown charts. Another input is change requests. All of the monitoring and controlling processes and many of the executing processes produce change requests as output. Change requests may include corrective actions, preventive actions, or defect repairs. Okay, so change requests serve as input to Perform integrated change control, because Perform integrated change control is going to take this change request and measure it against the baselines. In terms of, it's going to check the impact on cost, time, quality, and every other knowledge area across all the knowledge areas. So change request is an input to integrated change control process. Enterprise environmental factors can also affect or influence the Perform integrated change control. For instance, the project management information system is an enterprise environmental factors, which may include scheduling tools, configuration management system, and information collection and distribution systems. Another input we have is organizational process assets. Organizational process assets that can influence Perform integrated change control include change control procedures, procedures for approving and issuing change authorizations, process measurement database, used to collect and make available measurement data on process and product. So these organizational process assets can influence the Perform integrated change control. Some of the tools and techniques are expert judgment. You can get the assistance or expertise of experts, people who are very good in the field, consultants, stakeholders, sponsor, industry groups, subject matter experts. All this can serve as source of expert judgment in performing integrated change control. And of course, we need meetings to be able to discuss and be able to perform integrated change control. Change control meetings. Change control meetings are held in the course of this project. When needed for the project, a change control board is responsible for meeting and reviewing the change request and approving or rejecting it. So we need, after expert judgment, we need meetings, and we then need change control tools. These tools are used to manage change requests and resulting decisions. So these tools might be manual tools, they might also be automated tools. Additional considerations should be made for communication to assist the change control board members in their duties, as well as distribute the decision to appropriate stakeholders. Let's now take a look at the outputs of Perform integrated change control After a change request is submitted, remember change requests serve as inputs to perform integrated change control. This change might be approved or rejected. So if it's approved, it becomes an output, and then we have approved change requests, which have to be processed again according to the change control system by the project manager, change control board, or by the assigned team member. Approved change requests will be implemented through the direct and managed project work. So for direct and managed project work, approved change request also now becomes an input, and the disposition of all change requests, approved or not, will be updated in the change log as part of updates to the project document. So take note, change log is part of the project document. After, I'll give you a list of the project documents that are used. Alright, change log is used to document changes that occur. These changes and their impact to the project in terms of time, cost and risk are communicated to the appropriate stakeholders. So when the change log is created, it documents all the changes, not just the approved changes, but all the changes are documented in the change log. And of course, another output is project document update. Change request processing might lead to updates to the project document, might also lead to update to the project management plan, which might include one or more of the project management plan subsidiaries. Maybe scope management plan, the baseline. Some of these things might have to be changed after processing perform integrated change control. Now I'm giving you a list of project documents. Remember, we have project management plan, which is the baselines, as well as the subsidiary plans, but now we have project documents, which may include the change log, basis of estimates, agreement, quality checklists, resource calendars, forecast, issue log, milestone list, etc. etc. So if necessary, or if possible, you can stay some time, make a list of these and try to read them through one or more time, so that you'll be able to get used to the project document. Knowing the difference between the project document and the project management plan is very, very, very important. So this is how we are wrapping it up on the perform integrated change control process. This very, very important process that helps us ensure that all the changes pass through the appropriate process, and also make sure that any change that is requested, the impact is analyzed and against all the constraints, and analyzed across the knowledge areas in terms of cost, schedule, scope, etc. So let me take you back to the ITTO's screen, so that you spend some time reading through and getting used to these inputs and tools and techniques and output. One thing I would like you to take note of is that we have change requests as inputs to perform integrated change control, and we have approved change requests as the output of this process. Another thing to take note of, we need work performance reports for us to be able to perform change requests. Also take note of the change log, a record of all the changes that has been requested are recorded in the change log. I'd like to thank you for joining me, and I hope you've learned from my presentation. If you want me to make some changes, or you want me to make some improvements in certain areas of my presentation, you can just add it there in the comments, and I'll take note of it. Please join me as I'll discuss the last process of the project integration management knowledge area, and that will be close projects or phase.